Way to get the Texas turkey tour started already.
That's right.
Welcome back, guys. We're starting season 5 of Turkey Hunter TV, and we're super fired up to show you guys season 5. We got some crazy content. We're starting this season off like we do each year in the South Zone of Texas. This year, we're going with our good friend Ryan Ringlestein, Just Be Real Outfitters. He's got a bunch of birds. He's been showing them to us, and we're excited to get there and get after some Rios.
Turkey Hunter is brought to you by Browning, the best there is.
Guys, we rolled into Texas last night. Reno and I did. We're itching to get the 2022 Turkey Tour started. And this first place we're heading, called Just Be Real Outfitters, with Ryan Ringlestein. He's been sending us trail cam pictures and videos of all kinds of gobbler signs, strut marks, tracks. Turkeys are doing their thing here, and we are super excited. We're going to check some cameras at another place today, and then we're heading straight to Ryan's. But what do you think, Reno?
I'm ready.
You fired up?
Yeah, it's 9:15, 56 degrees, not a cloud in the sky. I am so excited.
We pumped up. One of the reasons we like to hunt with Ryan Ringlestein is because he knows his turkeys. He's a turkey hunter, and he's killed a bunch of them, and he knows how to kill them. So we're hunting in the north part of the South Zone, which was one of our favorite places because it usually has trees. And sure enough, this ranch has trees and it has water, which means turkeys, and we know they're there. Well, guys, we have arrived in South Texas, and opening day is tomorrow. We're here at Just Be Real Outfitters with Ryan Ringlestein, and we're going to shoot the Maxuses just to make sure everything's all right, and hopefully we can get on the birds in the morning. What do you think?
I think we will. It's a little dry, but the birds are starting to separate right now. It's exactly what we want. I got the brownie, I got the apex. We're ready to shoot, and we're going to make sure it shoots straight. So let's see what this will do.
You're shooting a 3-inch Apex Small Town Blend.
Small Town Blend.
9.7.5. Indian Creek 665. Vortex Red Dot. We got the target out there at about 30 yards. Let's see what you do.
Let's see what we do. Here we go.
Good shot. Yeah.
I think that's it.
I think that's impressive. Well, the first morning we split off into pairs. Me and Reno go one direction and Seth and Lamar go another direction. And sure enough, Seth and Lamar are in the action right off the bat.
Opening morning, Texas 2022. We're in a new ranch, and we've already heard a gobble to the north up here, so we're gonna go set up. Nothing like getting out of the truck and hearing a gobble and get you going. So let's go get them.
Well, they're making their way to some birds in the distance. And sure enough, as they're making their way to those, a couple more birds gobble right in front of them. So all they can do is get a decoy out and sit down. Well, Seth is working these birds with his foot on the head call, and they're hot. They're hitting at it. And next thing you know, as soon as there's light enough to see, they hit the ground. Seth looks up, and they are beelining right to the RDC decoy.
I don't think that took very long, did it? Well, first bird of 2022. I'm liking the first ones to always be easy and break the ice, and this one just played it perfect. Gobbled at us on the roost. We got a little concerned about where to set up, but we just made a decision. It ended up being the right one. Flew off the roost. Two of them came down the Sandera here. One of them cut in behind us, and this one went straight to the decoy. Beautiful 3-year-old bird. Came up, hopped up right next to him, tried to entice him. We put this one down. The apex did its job, and so did Just Be Real Outfitters. Ryan Ringlestein really put us on some birds this morning, told us where to go. Always kind of concerned about a new place, and where to go. Always trust your guide. Great job, Ryan. 2022 is off to a bang start.
Well, a huge congratulations to Lamar. He had our first team entry in the Apex Outdoor Rewards Challenge. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ranch, Reno and I are in turkeys. It's just a bunch of turkeys, and we can't get any closer. So we set up and kind of let things simmer down. We want the birds to get on the ground and kind of ease off a little bit before we ease in close to hopefully set up and get one of these birds to break off the flock and come check us out. Well, sure enough, it worked. These birds are really bunched up. It's early season. We ease closer into a good low-lying area, real pretty, get set up in the shade, get the decoys out and go to calling, and we get two big strutters to break off and finally see the decoys and come up and give them a go.
Ready. Ready. Yes, baby. What about that? Huh? Is that not awesome?
There's a bunch of turkeys right here.
I heard one gobbling back in here.
There's a bunch of turkeys right here.
That was awesome, huh?
Actors, man.
Thank you so much for doing all that calling.
What a fantastic hunt.
It was. Thank you so much, Russell.
Man, I'm just glad to be a part of it. We're here at Just Be Real Outfitters. We fooled with these birds all morning long. We thought we had them right off the roost. They come to the call, they just wouldn't come past 125, 150 yards. And now I know why they wouldn't.
Yeah.
We got two old turkeys right here.
And man, they sure were pretty coming through there.
They would.
Oh
that
man.
head,
Oh man.
and that beautiful Rio Grande fan, look at that. We've had a pretty good morning thus far. Lamar killed a bird, and me and Reno just doubled up, so way to get the Texas Turkey Tour started, huh, Reno?
That's right.
Congratulations.
That's right. Let's go get us a bean.
Yeah, I know. We might just sit back up and try
Hunt
again.
some more.
Yeah.
I ain't afraid of that.
Turkey Hunter is also brought to you by Apex Competitions, Indian Creek Shooting Systems, Replica Decoy Company, Foot on the Head Game Calls, Grounded Brand Turkey Vests, Apex Ammunition, and Vortex Optics.
Enter the Apex Outdoor Rewards Turkey Challenge in your state. Over $120,000 in cash rewards. Limited number of entries allowed statewide. Every bird is a possible winner. Reward your passion at apexoutdoorrewards.com.
Well, Reno and I are on the board now. We had a cool double go down. Them turkeys come in and done what they were supposed to. We got everything shot, all the footage we needed, and there's still turkeys gobbling in the distance. And something about Texas, and you having 4 tags, and we still had a few in our pockets, and they were burning a hole in it. So we started covering ground to these turkeys to find us a place to set up, hopefully cut some distance, and get one of them to work to us. Well, it's been a pretty productive day thus far. We still got turkeys gobbling everywhere. We got turkeys gobbling that way, we got turkeys gobbling this way. We tucked in the shade right here. We'll probably spend the afternoon right here just calling periodically. We got birds within 200 yards of us right now. So we find us a good place to set up. There's a couple of big oaks there, and it's in the shade. We get the decoys out, and we just go to calling. And immediately we start getting responses. And sure enough, it's an entire flock. And these birds get too close, and a couple of them start putting, and I just start pretty calling and soft calling, just try to calm them down, and they start working around us. As they start coming around us, we realize it's like a whole winter flock. There's about 50 turkeys in total, and there's several gobblers, and they have no interest in the decoy. And they kind of ease around us, and they're just following hens. And they cross a sendero in front of us and ease on off. Well, there's more gobblers bringing up the rear. So I just keep calling. And one skirts out to about 100 yards, and I start pouring it to him. And sure enough, it grabs his attention, and he starts coming right to us. There's another gobbler strutting way off there. See? Well, I run out there and grab my bird, and as I do, these turkeys are still gobbling, like it hadn't even phased them. So it just goes to show you, you're hunting birds, unpressured birds, on an unpressured piece of ground. What you do is you grab your bird and you swap guns with your buddies and you sit back down, and that's what we did.
from, straight ahead, straight. You're on the cactus there.
They got hooks, Reno. They got shanks. They do. You ready? I'm gonna call. Whew. I mean, that turkey I killed a minute ago ain't even done flopping, and you got another.
I know. It hadn't been, what, 30 minutes?
It ain't been 30 minutes, and they kind of went quiet. I mean, they was gobbling on their own periodically, but I yelped on the box call, and we couldn't get anything to answer. We finally got a hen to answer, and she sounded like she was progressing a little bit, and I swore I heard a spitting drum.
Yep.
So I heard a spitting drum, Reno. I heard a spitting drum. I don't know where it's at. And then I was for positive. It was. I knew, and it sounded like it was coming from right in front of us.
I said, you said, hey, he's right in front of us.
Yeah.
I said, well, I can't see.
Gosh, what a day.
And you think this is
Them's the two.
two toms that had those 25
Yes, sir.
hens with them?
I could tell by their beards and their fans.
Man.
Well, day one in South Texas. We got 5 longbeards in the salt, and we have a whole bunch of Apex Challenge entries to make. All right, let's go on.
What do you got here, Russell?
This is the Apex Turkey Challenge turkey tool. Okay. And basically what it consists of, it's a scale. You can weigh your bird. And it's got a tape on here too where you can measure your beard and measure your spurs.
Huh.
When you buy your first entry in the Apex Turkey Challenge, you get one of these. And that way you can put it in your turkey vest. It's real light, it's out of the way. And you always have it. Kill some big birds or kill a bird you want to enter. You got it to score your bird. So.
Good.
21.84. What is it, inch and a quarter?
That's what I'd call it.
Well, it's day 2, and Seth's behind the gun, I'm behind the camera, and we head to a new spot. And sure enough, right off the bat, we got turkey gobbling. Only problem is he's gobbling behind us. And he hits the ground, comes right up in behind us, gets a little too close, ends up skirting around us. We can't never get the camera on him, can't never get a shot at him. So, mid-morning, we head to a new location in hopes of getting Seth on a longbeard. Well, we ease into this low-lying area, and it looks like it's got turkey written all over it. We find us a good blowdown, tuck up in the shade, get the decoy out. Looks like a great place to call on turkey. And Seth gets his box call out, and he goes chalking on it, and we just start pretty calling. And sure enough, you know, 3 or 4 calling sequences, and about an hour goes by, and I hear them words every turkey hunter loves to hear. There he is. Well, this turkey came in silent. He never said a word, but he sure did make up for it. When that sun hit him, he was beautiful out there strutting, and he looked like a giant. And sure enough, he was like a tank of a 3-year-old.
Call to him. You ready? Yeah, he looks like a good 3-year-old. What a hunt, what a morning. Strong, silent type. But what a bird. He is a heavyweight.
He's got some real pretty spurs, just sharp, over an inch long. At least a 3-year-old. I don't know how old it is, but this ranch is full of big old birds. Just Be Real Outfitters, guys. He's a turkey hunter. He knows what he's doing, and we have had an awesome hunt. This is bird number 6 for us in 2 days, and we've had multiple other opportunities that just didn't happen. So,
well, what a way to kick off the Texas Turkey Tour. We had a blast hunting with Ryan Ringlestein and Just Be Real Outfitters, and you can bet your bottom dollar we're gonna be back next year.